Hello everybody, today we are building a wizard tower slash enchanting room. Now this is a little tower, it can be changed from an enchantment room to whatever you'd like there. I like the enchanting table in the middle with bookcases around it, it fits perfectly, and that was actually the purpose I originally built this in my survival world. But this would work very well as a watchtower or just a tower for a build that you wanted. It's very resource light and it's also very easy to build. Despite that, it's got a lot of detail in it, and it's got a really neat roof here. So if you guys are looking for a few tips, a few pointers on building, or just a walkthrough of how to build this tower, we're about to get started. Getting started, find yourself an area of about 7 by 7 blocks. It doesn't have to be exactly 7 by 7. In fact, I think the widest part of this is about 9 by 9. But as long as you've got enough space on the roof, you should be fine. And the reason I've got this here is I'm starting off with a little bit of a base, which is always good for a build. This isn't necessary, but I find it pretty cool, and this goes really well on the side of a mountain, or just next to a river like I have it in my single player world, and it works very well to get started. Now we're going to get started on actually getting the tower built. So first of all, we want to place in the center of this, a single column of spruce logs going up 10 blocks from the bottom. Once you've done that, you can also go around on each of the diagonal directions 1 block out, and pull those ones up to 10 as well. Once that is all up to the top, to help you out specifically if you're building this in survival, put in a ladder going all the way to the top because you're going to be going up and down many times, and that makes your life a lot easier. And the ladder's going to be there in the end anyway. So once you're at the top here, go out 2 blocks on either direction from the furthest point on those pillars that we've just put in there. Once you've got that done, you can also go ahead and leave the edges out, just like what I've done here, and then go ahead and start off with the first support at the top, which is actually the top tower bit here. The way you're doing this is you have to go 1 block down, so it's probably easiest to go from the bottom, go 1 block down, and pull that one up another 5 blocks. So you want 6 spruce logs in total over here. Go ahead and do that for each of these sides, and then we're going to get started on a little bit of the detailing now that we've got the rough shape laid out here. And that's actually a good point. Just make sure you get the rough shape and then start adding the detail. Makes your life so much easier. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're just going to use a few spruce stairs and maybe 1 or 2 spruce plank blocks as well. So we're going to put a block just down here. These stairs, just follow along with how I've done these stairs. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you have a trouble, just pause it, have a look, and it should be pretty easy to find where I'm at here. Once you've gone ahead and put in each of those 4 sides, you can go ahead to the front again and put in what's going to be the only side that has something different to the rest, and it's not too much anyway. And that's purely because we have the entrance over here. We're going to start adding a bit of detail with some stone. And this is where I think this really pulls off at the bottom here, because it's a very boring looking column to go up to the top. And I think this is just what makes the difference. So if you go ahead and put in some stone bricks on either side here with a stone wall in between those, just to make it look a little bit more smooth around the edges, because having those sharp corners of just 2 plain stone bricks gets a little bit too jagged. And if you want to make a build look a little bit smoother, the cobblestone wall works wonders. Then go down another block, put in some more cobblestone walls, and then right where I'm putting these stairs over here, put in some stairs, go 1 block, leave a gap, and then put another block with some stairs going the other direction, and 2 slabs on either sides of those with some cobblestone walls underneath that. And that just makes it look so ornate and really adds a lot of detail to this area. Then you can go ahead and fill in this 1 gap with a trapdoor, and for the rest of the sides, it's actually very much the same, but instead of having the stairs, you will actually just put in a block of whatever choice you want. You can even maybe put a block of glowstone to make it brighter. Pretty much everything remains the same, and you can also add in maybe some stairs at the bottom just to fill in those bottom gaps there. Of course, if you're making this into an enchanting room, you can put the enchanting table in the middle here and surround it with some bookshelves, and pretty much a pattern similar to what I've done here. It's really not important what you go with. As long as you've got the 15 bookshelves, it should serve you up to the 30 levels as per usual. And also, this area over here, you can place whatever block you want. I just leave it blank. Alright, so here comes the fun part, getting this roof done. You can choose whatever color block you want. I've gone ahead and used, I'm pretty sure, cyan concrete blocks here. But really go crazy. I thought that this is one of those roofs that you can go a little bit more colorful than any other roof, depending on what you're using this build for, of course. But I've done this with purple, and I've done this now with cyan, and it looks great with both of them. Specifically from a distance. Up close like this, it looks a little bit different, but as soon as you walk away from this build, it really does work very well. So to start off, put in some of these blocks just around the corners here where you've got basically these 3 blocks in this shape over here. The next thing you're going to do is go inside and pull this one out 1 more block over here. So if you have a look at what I'm talking about, pull this out 1 block in front of here, and then we're going to go up again on the same level, do 2 back there until you get to the middle. And we can go ahead and put these in on each of these sides just to make it a little bit easier for us to work sequentially through this build. Because when you start doing one part of a roof and going back, it kind of gets very confusing, specifically with a roof like this. And when you have a look at this roof, it actually is a very simple roof. In fact, simpler than many, many other roofs that look a little bit more simple than this one. Take it that way. So once we've gone and put all of these in, we're going to get started with the next level, which is actually going to be getting the whole peak of this set up. So if you go out one block like this, go up again, one block again, and then go 2 blocks and 2 blocks. And the reason we do this very steep 2 block thing is because you're trying to get this wizard hat shape. And that's the trick. You know, you can go 1 block, 2 blocks, 1 block. You can do whatever you'd like. Play around with this if ever you're doing your own roof. But that works very well for this particular build because it's very, very small and you get a very big steep bit in the middle. Once you've done that, you can put them in each of the 4 sides and fill in the inside here with this very, very simple thing over here. Basically an L shape, and then just put in another block above that very, very easily. And that is pretty much the roof completely done. After this, what you could do is you could go back inside the build and add in a very simple light source. This is basically a glowstone block, 2 fences, 2 stone walls, and you put them in there, and it works very, very well for the rest of the build. So that concludes this build. A very simple build, very easy build, but it's got a lot of value in it, and I hope you guys can take something away from this, as well as perhaps just a very good looking tower in your world. If you guys are looking to see some more builds like this one, check out my survival series if you guys haven't already checked it out. This is where this one comes from, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. But that'll do it for today, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.